The 5 a.m. emergency call from Matthew Speck sent Hanahan police racing to an apparent home invasion. His story was one of sudden violence. Two intruders had broken in, attacking him and his wife, Caitlyn, before fleeing. However, the first officers on scene found no chaos. The upscale Eagle Landing house was silent, its front door locked, every window intact. This immediate contradiction, a frantic report of forced entry against a perfectly secured home, raised the first red flags. Inside, the foyer and living areas were orderly, with valuables untouched, deepening the mystery. The only disturbance waited upstairs. This disconnect between the narrative and the physical scene would define the entire investigation, suggesting the real story was hidden behind a carefully constructed facade. The master bedroom presented a scene of profound loss, horrifyingly isolated from the rest of the undisturbed home. Caitlyn Speck was found on the bed, a victim of gunshot wounds. Lying on her favorite rug at the foot of the bed was the family's beloved golden Labrador, Bailey May, also shot. Matthew, displaying fresh but superficial cuts, continued to describe a vicious struggle. Yet forensic analysis of the home's perimeter would soon prove his account mechanically impossible. Every exit was sealed from the inside, transforming the house into an airtight capsule. This fact alone dismantled the core premise of fleeing attackers, forcing investigators to confront an uncomfortable truth. The only people present during the crime were already inside. The forensic examination of Matthew Speck's injuries provided another pillar of evidence against his story. Medical experts assessed the clean, shallow cuts on his forearms and abdomen. Their conclusion was definitive. These were not defensive wounds from a chaotic fight. The neat parallel incisions, located in easily self-reachable areas, were identified as hesitation marks, indicative of self-infliction. The blood evidence on his clothing further supported this, showing patterns consistent with someone standing still, not engaged in a violent struggle. This scientific testimony painted a picture of calm staging, not a desperate battle for survival, directly contradicting his performance for the responding officers and 911 dispatcher. The death of Bailey May, the family dog, became a crucial, silent witness. Ballistics confirmed she was shot with the same weapon that killed Caitlyn. Her behavior was telling. Neighbors confirmed she was a vocal dog who always barked at strangers, yet no barks were heard before the gunshots. This silence suggested the person in the bedroom was familiar, not a threatening intruder. Furthermore, the act of shooting a passive pet defied the logic of a burglary, pointing instead to someone eliminating a potential witness whose behavior or affection could betray the stage scene. In her loyalty, Bailey May provided critical evidence against the intruder theory. The investigation's turning point came from Matthew's digital devices. A forensic analysis revealed a damning record of premeditation. In the days before the murder, his search history included specific chilling terms related to staging crime scenes, undetectable poisons, and inheritance law. These were not casual clicks, but focused, repeated research conducted late at night. This digital blueprint directly mirrored the circumstances of the crime, providing a clear window into planning that long preceded the 5 a.m. call. It transformed the case, offering indisputable proof of intent and calculation, moving the focus from a supposed external threat to a meticulously prepared internal plan. Detectives uncovered a dual motive rooted in desire and finance. Matthew had secretly rekindled a relationship with an ex-girlfriend, messaging her about leaving his formality of a marriage. Concurrently, he expressed deep frustration to a coworker about the financial burden of divorce, specifically fearing the loss of the Hanahan home Caitlyn loved and would not sell. Murder, therefore, presented a grim solution. It would remove the barrier to his new romantic life and allow him to potentially claim the valuable asset outright, avoiding a costly legal division. This convergence of personal and financial incentive established a clear reason for the crime. The evidence at trial was overwhelming. Prosecutors presented the impossible physics of the sealed home, the science of the self-inflicted wounds, Bailey May's telling silence, and the damning digital search history. The defense had no answer for this convergence of facts. The jury swiftly found Matthew Speck guilty of premeditated murder. At sentencing, the judge highlighted his calculated deception. He received life without parole, plus additional years. Ultimately, the house he killed for was transferred to Caitlyn's heirs, ensuring he gained nothing. The case stands as a testament to how forensic and digital evidence can unravel even the most carefully constructed lies.